Hey everybody. Hey, my name is Rachel Solomon and I'm the author of the My Little Banker book series, and I'm here to get you to think about your money and your kids. Today we're doing 10 tips to save and make money while in college. So let's start with tip number one. Tip number one, become an RA are residential assistants, and so pretty much they get to live on campus for free. They get free room and board for helping other students just in the dorms. So usually they're the ones that enforce the curfews, or they're the ones that make sure that there's no boys or girls on that floor or whatever. RNs usually only have to be responsible for their one floor or even their one wing of their floor, depending on how big the campus is and how many dorms they have. So becoming an RA can save you up to thousands of dollars. You can start as early as a sophomore. Usually they don't like freshmen because they want people that actually are familiar with the campus in case you have to answer some basic questions. Number two, work for the school or get a work study grant. If you could go to your local college and ask them for work study information, a lot of times you just end up being a secretary of some sort for a department or for a teacher, depending on what kind of teacher it is. You usually just sit around, answer the phones, answer questions for students, and you can answer, you can do your homework, bring your laptop. It give you free time, but you also get paid. So becoming an RN or doing work study for your school is a really good way to save money while you're on campus. Hi, thank you for joining my scope. I'm already on number three. Number three is move off campus or get some roommates. So a lot of times it's cheaper to live off campus than it is to live on campus. I'll do a recap for you. Number one was to become an RA because you can save thousands of dollars in housing by becoming an RA. Number two is do a work study program or work for the actual school because that's a lot cheaper, and they have grant money that they'll give you. If you do work study, usually it's like one check a month, but it's usually like a lump sum, a nice amount. So anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, depending on how much money they give you. Number three is move off campus. And if you move off campus, look at getting a roommate. Maybe you already know somebody that's going to that university as well, and so it's best for you guys to live together, and it'll be a lot cheaper. Number four is apply for your local business scholarships. A lot of states have state programs like Tennessee. If you go to a local 2-year college, they actually pay for you to go to school for free. They have a couple hoops that you have to jump, but that's important to find out whatever program you decide you want to use, to make sure you follow all the rules and do everything that you need to do. But a lot of states now are starting to implement programs where you can go to school for free in that state. You can also go to your rehabilitation center. It's called vocational rehabilitation. So if you have any kind of physical or mental illness, they'll pay partial payment for your undergrad degree. They won't do it for like a master's or a doctorate, but for your undergrad degree, they'll pay up to half per semester. So that's a lot of money if you have any kind of illness at all. I actually have sickle cell, so they paid for half of my degree to go to college. So I got my bachelor's half paid off from there. Number five, you could go to a 2-year university. So a lot of times people don't necessarily like their 2-year universities, but if you go to a 2-year university first, you save a lot of money on those core classes like math, biology, English, and then you can take those credits and transfer them to a 4-year college. Just make sure whichever 2-year college you pick is a school that will transfer to the college you really want to go to later. Number six, Number 6 is going in-state versus going out-of-state, or moving to the state you want to go to college in your junior or senior year. A lot of colleges, you can get in-state tuition if you've been living there for 12 months, because 12 months you technically become a resident. So let's say you move your junior or senior year of high school, you qualify to go to that college in that state as a local person. So that's a good way to save a lot of money. If you have family members or something in the state where you want to go to college to, that's a good way to do that. Just go early and then get that in-state tuition. Number 7, do a college tour. It's important for you to actually be on campus, meet people, see where you're going to live, see where your class is going to be, see where you're going to eat, that kind of stuff, because you might think you want to go to an out-of-state college, and then when you get there on your tour, you're like, I don't even like this place. This is not even where I want to go. So then you're like, okay, maybe I should just go ahead and go to the college I already know. Yeah, actually they do transfer. I actually went to TSU, so I actually know about them. They do transfer from Nashville State to TSU, but you should still call and ask, because every year or every 2 years they change stuff. So you got to make sure that they're going to do the actual courses that you're taking. If you start getting into anything specific, like I don't know what your major is going to be, but make sure you're just taking your core classes at Nashville State so that you can transfer them over to TSU. Number 8 is food stamps. Students automatically qualify for about $180 a month in food stamps. And a lot of people, especially if you're coming from out of state, it doesn't matter what state you're coming from. They only care about where you are now. And so most people don't realize that students qualify for food stamps. So they get anywhere from 180 up to like 250, 260, depending on what school you coming from, or what state you're going to be going to school in. Number 9, make sure you fill out your FAFSA properly. A lot of people don't know this, but if your parents are divorced, you don't have to count both of their incomes. You only have to count the income for the parent you actually live with. So a lot of times people put both parents on there because it says parent, because it just says father or mother or whatever. So you don't have to fill out both parents if you only live with one of the parents. So make sure you fill out your FAFSA information properly, and you can make corrections up until September 17th on your FAFSA. So it's really good to go back, because if you filled out anything wrong, it might be some money in there that you're missing. The Pell Grant right now is a little over $5,000 is what they give you. And number 10, skip it. A lot of people go to college and they really don't need to. I'm pro college because I actually went, but a lot of times, like people like graphic designers and fine arts people, and a lot of people, you could just go and take a class or get a certificate or do something online. Like if you draw really well but you don't know how to draw on a computer, take a class for like 6 weeks or something and learn how to use Adobe. You don't necessarily have to go to a 2-year university to learn how to take your drawings and add it. Hi, thank you for joining my scope. We actually almost finished, but I was going to do a recap. We were already on number 10. So, see, you do graphic design. I actually have a bachelor's in fine arts and associates in graphic design. And I used to create websites, but I don't actually use my associates at all. So if you like a really, really good graphic designer already, like you taught yourself everything you need to know, only thing you need to get certified in is anything you just don't know how to do. You don't have to have a degree. It's easy to get a job as a graphic designer, even at corporate firms. If you got the skill, they're more concerned about your portfolio and examples of your work than they are about if you have a degree or not. So that might be something you want to look into if you want to save some money. Just try some local, even some of the bigger universities, they have smaller, like 1 month courses you can take to help you fill in the blanks. So let's do a recap. Number 1, become an RA, because RAs live on campus for free. That can save you thousands of dollars if you do it the whole 3 out of 4 years. Number 2, do a work study program or work for the school itself. Number 3, move off campus and look at maybe getting a roommate. That would help with the cost. And living off campus is usually cheaper than living on campus. Number 4, apply for smaller scholarships, local scholarships, and see what programs your local state might have. Check out your, if you have any kind of illness, mental or physical, check out your rehabilitation center. Your vocational rehabilitation centers offer scholarships and grants to students. Hi, thank you for joining the scope. I was just finishing up, but we were recapping the 10 points before I end. Number 5, go to a 2-year university first and then transfer your credits to your 4-year university. Number 6, if you want to go to an out-of-state college, then move early. See if you have family or friends, somebody that lives in the state where you want to go to college, then you can go to that high school that's not that far, your senior or junior year, so that you can get that in-state tuition. Number 7, do a college tour just to make sure that that's the college you actually want to go to, especially if you're thinking about going out of state. That way you know for sure that that's where you want to be before you get there. Number 8, get food stamps. You can usually, most states will give students food stamps automatically, anywhere from $180 up to like $250 per month, just because they're a student. Number 9, make sure that you fill out your Fafsa correctly so that you can make sure you're getting all that money. And number 10, skip it. Some people don't really want to go to college, or they go to college for the wrong reasons, or you don't gain anything from your college degree. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Solomon, and I'm the author of the My Little Banker book series. And I would like to say thank you for watching my scope. And if you missed anything, you can watch the replay. Hi, replay watchers. Thank you.